So 69% of y'all, nice by the way, asked me to start sharing a little bit more about my business. So I'm going to share something with you that I did yesterday that you can do too. When you run a business, which is what you are if you're a Twitch streamer, it's really important that you stay updated on financial information so that you can operate your business at your best. So because of this, I actually end up watching a lot of Meet Kevin and Graham Stephan, who are two just really incredible, smart, business-oriented YouTubers. And Meet Kevin ended up having this video recently where he talked about how the US government had reopened the EIDL grant. The EIDL is the Economic Injury Disaster Relief Loan, but they also have a grant that's attached to that loan, so you as a Twitch streamer can end up getting a free $1,000. And this is $1,000 that you don't have to pay back because this is a grant. So this isn't a loan like the actual EIDL. They do have a loan version as well that has interest rates and is a 30-year repayment loan, but this one is an actual grant. So this is completely free money, meaning you need to fill out this application as soon as possible because it is going to run out of funds and there will be no more money for you to get. So I'm going to walk you through who can apply for this loan, how you apply for it, how you end up getting the money, what happens afterwards, etc. Let's get started. What's up everyone, it's ashnichrist. I've been a stream coach for 2.5 years, and notice I said stream coach and not CPA, which means I am not a professional. I'm not here to give you professional financial advice. Make sure you get a CPA if you actually need that. I'll try to link to a CPA down below if I can find anyone who is comfortable with that, or if you are a CPA who would like to just offer your services to more people, feel free to post down below and tell people that you're available for questions. If y'all want to hear about my experience filling out for the EIDL grant, you can come and hang out with me in Discord at discord.gg/ashnichrist. Otherwise, please seek out a professional accountant for this, not a CFP, a CPA. They are two completely different things. All right, so your first question about this is probably, are you eligible to apply? Who is eligible for this thing, for this free $1,000? Every single US-based Twitch streamer is eligible unless you have already applied for the first round of the EIDL grant and you already got $1,000 through that first round. This is just a reopening of that first round. Also, you are eligible if you have already reported income from Twitch on a tax return, meaning that you have been streaming for longer than the last few months. Now, this gets a little bit difficult because it might not work for you if you are under 18, or if you have just a really weird, unique situation, or if you have a really bad credit score. But when in doubt, the best thing that you can do is apply, because you might end up getting it anyways, and then cool, like free $1,000. Now that you know you are probably applying for this, how do you actually fill out the application? Let's go to my computer. Okay, so in order to apply, you're gonna go to covid19relief.sba.gov. I will leave a link for this down below because I don't know about y'all, I like to just click a mother heckin' link instead of having to type it into the search bar. This is the website that you're gonna see. This is by the SBA, which is the Small Business Administration. You as a Twitch streamer, you are a sole proprietor or an independent contractor. You might have LLC'd yourself, but you are still considered a small business, whether you have filled out any government paperwork or not. So you are eligible for this loan unless you are in a specific weird situation that makes you uneligible, like you're a new streamer who hasn't filled out. Anyways, I said all this already. So you're going to scroll down a little bit, you'll go to eligible entity verification, and this is how you're going to verify that you are actually able to apply for this grant. You are probably going to fill out that you are a sole proprietor with or without employees, or as an independent contractor, so you're going to click that one. You're going to come down and check all of the following and just make sure, once again, that you are eligible. So not engaged in any illegal activity, no principal with a 50% or greater ownership interest, is delinquent on child support obligations, applicant does not present live performances of a sexual nature. So this is a little bit questionable for you if you're doing OnlyFans content. If you're questioning any of these things that you're having to check off, make sure that you consult a CPA because you don't want to get in trouble for filling out this application. Then applicant does not derive more than 1/3 of revenue from gambling. Applicant is not lobbying. Applicant is not state, local, or municipal government entity and not a member of Congress. Then you click continue and you're going to fill out your information. So your business legal name is probably your Twitch name. This is not Twitch. This is not the entity that you are working under. This is your specific business as a streamer. So you put in ashnichrist, your trade name is probably content creator, then you're gonna put in your social security number, which I am not going to put in for y'all today, sorry. Then we do our organization type, which is sole proprietor, unless you have filled out your application to be an actual LLC, or if you've done something weird in here, you're probably a sole proprietorship. Are you a nonprofit? No. Are you a franchise? No. Then you fill in your gross revenues for the last 12 months, and then you fill out your cost of goods sold for the 12 months prior to the date of the disaster, which is January 31st. If you are a Twitch streamer, you cannot claim cost of goods sold as well as business expenses, which you typically are claiming on your income taxes. So most of you are probably going to put 0 unless you're in a really specific situation. Make sure you consult a CPA for that. Then you're gonna put in your primary business address. I'm gonna put mine in, but we're definitely going to blur that out, that's for sure. Then you'll put in your city and your state, your county, your zip code, business phone, business email. So this is how they're actually going to contact you. So it's really important that you put an email that you are actively checking, because this is how they're going to reach out and tell you whether or not you've been approved for this loan. Then the date the business is established is the day that you first started streaming. For me, it was somewhere around there. Current ownership since 06/18/2013. Business activity. Okay, so this is a little bit confusing. I think what I ended up doing was I went and put educational services, then I did none of the below, and the number of employees is 1. So unless you have actual employees, these are not like 1099 contractors who work underneath you, it's probably just going to be 1. But if you do have employees that are underneath your Twitch business, then you can add in, let's say like you've actually brought on as a part-time or full-time employee, they receive a W-2 and they do like, I don't know, video editing for you or something, then you can put in 2. You can get $1,000 for each employee. For most of us, this is just going to be 1 employee that's under your business umbrella of your streamer business, so you're just going to put 1 there. Then you're going to click next, and it's going to talk about individual owners as well as ask you if your business is owned by a business entity. For most of you, that's going to be a no. That is your streamer brand owned by another company that technically owns what you're doing, which 99.999% of people is going to be a no. Then you're going to go to your personal information. Once again, you're going to fill all of this out. If you are, you are the owner of your Twitch stream and your brand, so you're going to put owner in there 100%. Add your email again. Put in your social security number. That's not it. And then add your birth date. Are you a US citizen? Yes. All right, and then we fill out all of that information and we are going to click. What is happening? Okay, then we add in all of that information and we're going to click next. And then we're going to go to additional information. In the past year, has the business or an owner been convicted of a felony in connection with a riot or civil disorder? They are coming for the BLM movement here. Ooh, that kind of is upsetting, but no. Is the applicant or any listed owner currently suspended or debarred from contracting with the federal government? No. Are you presently subject to an indictment, criminal information? No, blah, blah, blah. If anyone is assisting you, you'll have to put their information there, probably not. And then you need to make sure that this box is checked, because if this box isn't checked, then you're just applying for the loan. You're not actually going to be considered for the grant, which is the free money. And then you're going to input your bank name. Now, I want to say here, it is really important that you have a really great bank for your streamer brand overall. I'll leave a link down below to the bank that I use, which is Bank Novo. They're absolutely amazing. I love them. They're the only business bank account that I found that does not take a ridiculous amount of time for you to be able to get the business bank account. They don't require a ton of paperwork like traditional business bank accounts do. So there's a link for that down below. Definitely check it out. I'm gonna fill this out. Okay, now that you've filled everything out, make sure that you read through all of this just so you understand how serious it is if you're like lying on anything. And then you're gonna click, I hereby certify under penalty of perjury that the above is true and correct. And then you're gonna click next. And what you'll do is you'll actually get an application number. Make sure that you save that application number just in case you end up having any problems. So take a screenshot of it or something. But then that will be your actual application. But we need to talk a little bit more about a couple of other things. Let's jump back. Okay, so after you apply, what's going to end up happening is you will get an email of whether or not your application was accepted. For some of you, you're going to have to fill out more information. They'll need some follow-up info from you. They're also going to check your credit. So if your credit is frozen, they're going to ask you to unfreeze it. But you'll be able to talk to them in email and just make sure that you go through all the steps in order to get this free $1,000. The reason I recently applied for this was because I applied for this during the first run of it a couple of months ago, and I ended up being too late to the application. So they offered me about $18,000 of an EIDL loan, but that's a 30-year non-forgivable loan at 3.75% interest, which I just am not in need of. And the grant money was sold out after that first run because I had applied too late. So this is technically a reopening of that first run. So if you didn't get your $1,000 and you are a Twitch streamer, you are a business, you're a 1099 contractor, and so you are eligible for this second run, you definitely should apply, or for this rerun of the first run, technically. Some people are applying for this and immediately getting that $1,000 the next day, and I imagine that is not going to last very long. It's probably not happening anymore because they're probably getting so many applications, they just can't send the money out fast enough anymore. So the later that you apply, the later that you can probably expect to see this $1,000 in your bank account. That's why it's really important that you apply for this as quickly as you can, like right now. Why are you watching this video? Make sure that you share this video with anyone that you think might be eligible for this free $1,000. It's a free $1,000 you don't have to pay back during a time when so many people are in such desperate need of it. So definitely share it out if you can. Also, I summed up all of the videos from Meet Kevin, but if you would like to watch his video on this and you want to learn a bit more, you can watch that right there. I'll also include links to like 3 of them down below so that you can check those out too. Get your free 1K, baby. I'll see you over there. Bye. Oh, also, if I'm wrong about anything, please like let us know down below in the comments because I'm not a professional. Okay, bye.